Well, good evening, folks. Welcome back to the farm. Today we're going to be cooking Farmivore style. Yes, that's right. Farmivore. What is Farmivore to begin with? Well, the whole concept is that the main staples of your meal come from right off here, off of our own farm, or from a local farm within the vicinity. I'm not going to the grocery store to buy meat. I'm not going to the grocery store to buy my starches, my vegetables, things like that. I want to get as much as I possibly can from right here or as close to here as possible. Today we're going to be cooking barbecue chicken. Actually, it's orange barbecue chicken. So full transparency, I can't grow an orange here, but we do have some Christmas oranges that are, well, I mean, it's not Christmas anymore. So they're getting kind of the end of their life. Well, I still want to use that, right? So I'm going to cook with it. And also I'm going to just be using regular barbecue sauce. Now, again, these aren't the main staples of the meal. The main staple of the meal is the chicken, the farm fresh chicken, farm fresh, once frozen. I raised right here all summer long on this farm. Now, I'm not going to pretend that there's any kind of health benefits. There may be some health benefits to, raising your own food. Maybe it's just exercise and fresh air. Maybe the food is better for it. I don't know. I'm definitely not going to claim that there's any financial benefits to it, because anybody that's ever raised chickens and tried to get their own eggs knows that you build a $3,000 chicken coop just so you can get your eggs for free. But there are definite benefits in terms of, what your carbon footprint is on the planet, right? Because I don't have to drive to town to go pick stuff up, which is, shipped like avocados or whatever from Mexico or crazy places across the world. I get as much as I possibly can from right here in my own backyard. But yes, again, today, barbecue orange chicken. Let's do it. First things first, preheat the oven. We're gonna go to 425. And just go. There we go. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to prepare my cast iron casserole dish. I'm not making a casserole today, but I'm gonna line the bottom of this with my Christmas oranges. And how do we do that? Just like you think. As you can see, the concept here is just to make a little nest, a nice little nook for the chicken to rest in. Now, if you're like me, you don't always want sweet citrus. You want a little bit of something. So we're gonna add a little bit of cayenne pepper. Again, I didn't grow this here. The main concept is the chicken, right? But you want to speak, who just wants boring old chicken? We're gonna spice it up with a little bit of sprinkle of cayenne pepper on that nest of oranges. Give it, maybe that's a bit too much, but well, the kids won't eat that part. We'll give the kids a piece off the top. The next step can be fairly quick because you're gonna get all the chicken out of the bag into the nest of oranges. So if you're not too worried about water conservation, because you're gonna be fast, right? You're gonna be fast when you do this, and you're not gonna spill anything, you're not gonna drop any chicken on the floor. There may be a backstory behind that. Maybe just leave the tap running a little bit so you can quickly rewash your hands so that you're not having to touch the tap again with salmonella coated hands. We don't have one of those fancy touchless where you just wave your hands in front of it, kind of sinks. Okay, so once you've got your chicken nestled in amongst its oranges, it's time for barbecue sauce. Now you see this is not a regular barbecue sauce lid on this bullseye. What I do is I try to steal the lid off of the ketchup, because barbecue sauce, you either get not enough of it or too much of it. And we don't have a basting brush around here. Just put the ketchup lid on there. Feel free to steal this idea. It will change your life. You're welcome. Next, we're gonna grind on a little bit of black pepper. Before we move on, I just wanna take a moment to appreciate that beautiful northern Alberta sunset over there. It is minus 29 degrees Celsius out here. It's very cold. But what a beauty. Anyways, with our chicken prepped and seasoned, we're gonna put the lid on and into the oven. So we're gonna go in there right in the middle for about an hour and 25 minutes until we reach 165 degrees. Quick rinse of the cutting board here. Then we're gonna go on to some spuds. What we're gonna do, we're gonna dice up some potatoes like thick French fries, coat them, chuck them in the air fryer for about 25 minutes, and they will be our side dish, our locally homegrown. They just right out there, right out in that frozen tundra out there. It's not always like this. grew quite the bumper crop of potatoes this year, so better make use of them, especially during these cold winter months. Okay, so I ran out to the shop and I got 2 big, monstrous russet potatoes. We're gonna chip them up, drizzle some olive oil on them, season them with some salt and pepper, maybe a little cornstarch just to get everything crisped up. And then into the air fryer they go for about 20 minutes. It's gonna be a beauty. All right, let's check in on our chicken in the oven here. It's been in for an hour. We're gonna take the lid off. Ooh, steamy. Look at that, just beautiful. We're gonna switch it to broil and crisp up that skin. Okay, out of the oven, there it is. What a beauty. In the air fryer, we got our chips. Let's see what the kids think.
Yum, 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 yum.
Don't touch it, it's hot, okay?
Yum.
What do you think of that, Charlotte?
No.
What do you mean, no?
Ew. Ew, ew, ew. I don't want to eat it.
It's moments like this that just make it so worthwhile.
Yum.
Anyways, if you like this recipe, feel free to steal it. I hope maybe your kids like it better than mine do. I can assure you it will be delicious. So on that note, we're gonna let you go for now. Hope you have a fantastic evening. We'll see you tomorrow. How's the macaroni and ketchup? Much better than the chicken I slaved for 2 hours.